True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. This is a very good quote from Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, that speaks a lot to how you should look at sobriety and many things in life. Oftentimes, when we're looking at life, we can really get caught up in what's to come or what's not to come, what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen next week. Am I saving enough money? Am I prepared for, this thing that's happening down the road? Will I be able to maintain my sobriety a week from now, a month from now, a year from now? And the fact of the matter is, you need to be focused on today. One of the things that my therapist told me that was real revelation to me, because during a session, I was talking to him about things that were going to be happening next week, things that dealt with my kid, with my ex-wife, my children, with my ex-wife, with work, job, meetings, all of these things. And he stopped me and he asked me, he said, Hanif, how is your now? And I asked him what he meant. He said, how is your now? He's like, right now, how are you doing? He said, do you have a roof over your head? I said, well, yeah, do you still have your job? Yes, I have my job. So you have a means of income, you have a roof over your head. Have you drank today? I said, no. He said, okay, so it sounds to me like your now is pretty good. And I said, yeah. And he said, you need to start focusing more on your now. And the fact of the matter was, when I looked at my now, I had to say, I was pretty happy with my now. He said, a lot of times we lose track of our now in worrying about what's going to happen next week, what's going to happen tomorrow. And he said, and the fact of the matter is, you're not necessarily guaranteed a tomorrow. You don't even know if you're going to be here an hour from now. So enjoy the moment. Think about your now, appreciate your now, right? And let that be your foundation for how you feel, as opposed to what's to come, what might not come, what might not happen, what you expect to happen, whether it's negative or positive. Focus on now. And I think that this quote from Seneca, revolving around true happiness, in it dealing with, how you look at today versus having an, anxious anticipation about tomorrow is, very poignant and something that we should all think about, right? So remember, true happiness is to enjoy the present. So make sure you enjoy your present situation. Look for the positive in your present situation. How is your now? Appreciate your now. Focus more on that. And don't suffer from an anxious dependence upon the future, right? And worrying about what's to come and what might not to come, because that can really negatively affect your now, right? You could be happy right now looking at how your life is going right now. If you are sober right now, then enjoy that sobriety that comes from now, because really when it comes down to it, now is all you have, right? No use in, as the song says, no use in wasting time on another time, because all we have is now. So think about your now, be happy with your now, and be less dependent on your future. All right? So I hope that pours into you. I hope it gives you something to think about. And until next time, peace.